Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fermi Paradox. And look at all these lovely concentric circles here as all of these societies are trying to reach out into the universe to connect with their brethren in the stars, or destroy them, which we'll see pretty soon, I think. We've got the Domani prison expedition ship is going to be crash landing on the Esh administration's planet. What are we on? Rigel 7 here. So it's just a matter of time before something awful goes wrong there. And of course the Vekai are in the digital age now. They made leaps and bounds, and now they're caught up with a lot of the other civilizations out there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the Domani prison ship, since they are at quite a large harm potential. I want to see what happens. We can make sure that they get to the planet safely. Will we reach our destination safely? I do not know. This is the question we are asking Domani. And the Domani prison expedition ship's sage captain is appointed. That's very nice. And lowers their casualties. It doesn't really do much to lower the casualties when the amount of them is so low. Let's see if we can get the growth at least to 0. There we go. They reached it. The Domani prison expedition ship made contact with the Esh administrations. Okay. After numerous years of travel, the Domani prison expedition ship has finally arrived at its destination, but the Rigel System is inhabited by the Esh administrations. What is going to happen when the Domani make contact with the Esh? Our foremothers never asked to be discovered. The monument the others came with a ship. The moment the others came with a ship from the stars, everything changed about our world, and we could never go back. So, on the one side, I am glad that the Esh have left. There's a large colony crew going away. It's going to be interesting. I think, so we could exchange. That's 60 synthesis. But I think that's what we did with the humans, if I'm remembering correctly. And that just, that meant that they just left. I think it's time for some extermination. Let's see here. After first contact, both sides are hostile toward each other, and the Domani prison expedition ship decides to attack the Rigel system with full force. Total destruction of Rigel 7, 100%? Let's find out. We're going crazy with this. The Domani prison expedition ship is trying to destroy Rigel. Okay. Termination event. The Domani... Oh god, look at this. I've never seen this picture before because I've never gotten to this point. I've always chosen the peaceful options. The Domani want to completely destroy the Earth and start a heavy bombardment that will make the Rigel system uninhabitable for centuries. There was a terrible ghastly silence. There was a terrible ghastly noise. There was a terrible ghastly silence. Douglas Adams, science fiction author. Ooh, that is... Ooh. That's just like describing the atom bomb right there. Okay, what are our options? So, capture the ships. The bombardment made Rigel 7 completely uninhabitable, but the surviving Esh forces try to capture the Domani prison expedition ship. Both the Esh and the Domani prison ship are exterminated. They try to capture it. Well, if they're trying to capture it, it says that both the Esh and the Domani prison expedition ship are exterminated. Okay. So, for 30... at the cost of 30 synthesis, I could lose both civilizations. That sounds like a non-starter there. Planetary bombardment. The Domani prison expedition ship tries to destroy the entire surface of Rigel 7, and the Esh administrations tries to fight back with everything they have. Both the Esh and the Domani prison ship are exterminated. Also, not as fun as I thought it would be. Suicide mission. The Domani are willing to die in order to exterminate the Esh civilization. They launch a suicide mission to destroy Rigel 7. Both the Esh and the Domani prison ship are exterminated. Okay. I mean, all of those options suck. Because it's like, I wanted there to be, like, I mean, obviously, war is the ultimate destroyer of society and people and culture and all that sort of stuff. But you'd think there would be a winner, right? I mean, I'm not going to spend 30 synthesis for them both to die. That doesn't make any sense. Like, if it was a matter of them taking over the ship and escaping on their ship, that would be pretty cool. That would be a cool story, but it says that they're exterminated, so there's no point to that. Planetary bombardment at least gives us 7 synthesis. I guess we'll go with the 7, because there's no point in wasting any, and there's no point in gaining nothing, so we might as well gain 7 synthesis from this tragic event. Alright. The Domani prison expedition ship tries to destroy the entire surface of Rigel 7, and the Esh administration tries to fight back with everything they have. This planet was once inhabited by a species called the Esh. Rigel, a blue supergiant star, is orbited by the ice planet Rigel 7 and 3 smaller stars in proximity. So we've lost 2 cultures there, folks. We've lost the prison ship, and we've lost the whole planet of Rigel 7. I wonder, though, let's see. It was once bombarded. Both the Esh civilization and my prison ship were destroyed. I guess it means that there's no chance that anybody could live on this planet. I think that's what that means. I guess let's make sure that these guys survive. Esh Sleeper Fleet begins its journey from Rigel to the Gehenna System. A decorated Esh Sleeper Fleet commander retires from active service. Alright, how is the Vulkan Spaceship doing? They've arrived! Well, this is more positive. A world of dust. As the Vulkan Spaceship arrives in the Sirius system, they are dismayed to find that the only habitable planet is covered in arid desert. It appears possible to eke out a living among the endless dunes, but it would be a hard, bitter fight for survival. You'd think that the Vulcans would be absolutely fine with that. They came from a desert planet. Many said it would be impossible to survive in these blighted waters. My ancestors knew the danger of such cowardly talk and made an example of those poor fools. Their bloodlines are no more. Okay, so we can have perfect success, trouble development, or total failure. We've got enough synthesis. We should just go for perfect success. Unless we do troubled development, but their resources are going to go down. I mean, granted, their growth is already really low. So maybe we do troubled development. I feel like the Vulcans are the only society that's not necessarily warmongering, but they just can never catch a break. Perfect success would be good, but I don't know. Let's see. The Vulkan spaceship lands at a promising location next to a rare oasis, but sinks deep into the dunes after the first sandstorm hits. The colonists salvage what they can to construct their first. Vulkan spaceship is deconstructed to create settlements made of super light materials. These float gently above the sand, collecting water from the atmosphere. That just sounds fun. Let's spend the synthesis. Let's go for the perfect success. I think that sounds cooler for story element wise. I like the floating sand colonies. Vulcans began making the Sirius system their home. Alright, Domani sage cultists. Or sage circuits. The Domani reached the super luminal age. You guys are stripping out everybody else. Breaking all previous theoretical boundaries, the Domani are now able to construct jump gates that allow faster than light travel. A radical new understanding of science and engineering open up to a wealth of possibilities. Not only FTL travel, but also instant interplanetary communication, black hole harvesting, and antimatter creation. Okay. And then next will be singularity, is that right? So wisdom's nothing. Domani achieve an intimate understanding of the fundamental laws of the universe. The mysteries of the cosmos begin to reveal themselves. Energy conservation is a thing of the past. Then Domani engineers can manufacture new materials at a molecular level, including food. or powerful antimatter weapons are developed, it is now possible to create orbital battle stations that can vaporize an entire planet. Let's go for the orbital battle stations. So superluminal stage. 3 more. Oh, I see. That I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to end the game for us. No, no, no. We need 3 more FTL societies for final tech, or for the final thing here. All right. I'm curious about the Vulcans here. They seem cool. They seem cool. I'd say let's go ahead and do that. One's powerful faction falls on Dog Star. All right. How are the Esh? They're depopulating. Cool. Digital entropy. The digital structures of the Esh Sleeper Fleet start to fall apart during the long journeys towards Gehenna. The lives of the Sleeper crew depend on flawless execution of the fleet system. So many Esh will die if no solution is found. Only entropy comes easy. Well, massive depopulation gives us nothing. Regular development will give us +7. I think maybe we'll go for that, because their growth is at 0. I think, I mean, overall they're fine. I think we could pull them back from that. So this would be the cryogenic specialists direct the workload of the failed digital systems to functioning components. Life support and general systems are now overloaded and do not work properly anymore. This will slowly reduce the population of the Sleeper crew. A new generation of Esh Sleeper Fleet officers takes over since system maintenance. Sirens are coming back up into the universe. They've reached the nautical age. The Sirens develop vessels capable of exploring the farthest corners of their planet. Okay, I'm not spending that much for wisdom. Should we go for power? Yes. While rough pirates sail the they kind of look arg. While rough pirates sail the sea regions of Urgo, the Sirens craft new weapons to conquer, plunder, and wage war on each other. Wonderful. The Sirens now journey to the farthest reaches of Urgo and build capitals everywhere. I don't know why this voice just keeps getting more weird. Just the enunciations keep... It's like a combination of Middle Eastern and pirate. I'm trying, I guess. The social thinkers of the Ross... It's like I'm doing... like I'm doing poetry. The social thinkers of the Ross colony. It's... Does Virgo revolve around our sun? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and check back on the Ross. Not the Ross, the Esh. I want to make sure that they are... Let's get this growth back up to something reasonable. They're so close to this planet, though. Knowledge and soul. On a small settlement on the inner planet of Mercury, the inventive inhabitants of the inhospitable planet realize they can harness large amounts of energy cheaply due to their proximity to the sun. They start to build large clusters of optical computers, turning their far-off home into a research base. Interesting. Mercury has cast aside the signs of intellectual pride, freely offers thee the soul. Art thou noble to receive? Canst thou give or take the whole? Nobly promise and believe? When thou wholly human art, a spotless radiant ruby heart, and the golden chain of love has bound thee to the realm above. Wow. That's deep. Alright, let's see here. Civilization. Regular development. I mean, we get 5 for regular development. Might as well. The Sol system depends on the fusion engineers of Mercury for its state-of-the-art optical computers and artificial intelligences. I like the idea that they're populating other places in the solar system. I feel like that doesn't happen a lot in this game. Like they say that they can, but you don't really see that happening. At the most, maybe it's a space station that's happening in their solar system. I don't want to do resource scarcity there. Are we living in a computer simulation? Let's get their growth up there, because their harm potential is so bad. A new interplanetary trading route of the Sol System was established by a human trading dominion. A charismatic human test tube supervisor rises to power in the Sol System. Resources up. Question mark. Dystopia just went up. Could we defend ourselves against an alien invasion? I mean, you kind of already did. Don't knock that. The Domani were no joke. They completely creamed that other planet. Paradigm shift. Smart films, the power of sophisticated data analysis and deepfake technology leads to the emergence of a new artistic medium on Gilly Sea known as smart cinema. Smart films, and indeed smart programs, are capable of adjusting their own content in real time to suit the moods and biases of individual audience members. That'll be the end of cinema right there. I'm sorry, that's just gonna end it. So we could have cultural ascent for way too much money. Cultural expansion. I don't think we want that. Or cultural descent. I think let's go for descent. Descent? Descent. Smart films alter their content drastically depending on the time of day and who is watching, making their propaganda messages harder to spot and decipher. Alright. Cyber Age technology gives the Vulcans access to resources on nearby planets and moons in the Gilly System. I think I'm going to head back to Earth because I want to make sure that they're okay. The resource scarcity, I mean, I guess they're actually fine. Their harm potential is very high. I don't like that, but other than that, I think this is pretty damn good. The humans mourn the death of a beloved test tube supervisor. Aww. Not the test tube supervisors. Let's get our growth to 0. I think that's a pretty stable place to have it. We go for tech. Let's go for question mark. Nothing happened. Okay. Synthesis. Are we living in a computer simulation? Alright, they've reached the Cyber Age. Hello, Vakai. I really want you guys to have, like, crazy tubes going into your head or something like that, you know? Like, crazy wires, something straight out of Cyberpunk. Okay, so let's see. We could do wisdom, advancement, or power. Maybe we do wisdom, advancement, power. Power costs us money. Or costs us synthesis. I wonder if that's because, our dystopia is so high. So it costs us more to be dystopian? I don't know. We could do advancement. It gains us synthesis. I think we'll just do wisdom. It's 0. Crossing into the realm of AI, Vakai now have the ability to vastly improve their societies and facilitate communication with faraway beings. However, new technologies present great risks as well, so a little extra wisdom couldn't hurt. Very nice. I mean, they're doing okay. Harm potential's too high, but you know, all things considered, I think there's worse things to deal with. Humans have reached the light speed age. Racing into the light speed age, interstellar journeys are shortened from centuries into mere decades. Okay, so do we go for advancement, power, wisdom? Again, we have to buy power. I guess let's go for advancement. Yeah, we'll gain a little bit of growth. We'll gain resources as well. And we'll gain synthesis. And as we know, I am greedy. I want the synthesis this round. The humans achieve true mastery of space travel, and colonial development crosses major hurdles. The civilization also makes leaps in genetic modification and cloning, perhaps even creating new life forms such as trash-eating plants. That would be cool, actually, especially if it's plastic-eating plants. That would be the best thing. Alright, how are the Esh doing? Their growth is still down. I'd like to bring it down, but we gotta go over to the Odo. Power in Tau Ceti. Great siege engines. The Odo designed complex siege engines. These hulking giants can hurl simple projectiles over long distances, punch through city walls, and circumvent other fortifications. Alright. So, absolute power costs us. Regular development gives us a little bit and a little bit. or prevention. I mean, we might as well prevent it. Because they're doing okay at their own pace. And this doesn't gain us anything. So we might as well prevent it. As both accidents and expenses mount, the Odo discard their siege engine project. I don't want to die, so let us not build these horrible siege engines anymore. Iron Age technology allows the Odo to harvest biomass on the surface of Tau Ceti 3. Are there beings like us beyond our world? Well, yes, the Esh are. Let's make sure that they survive. Harm potential is already fine. Ethical values. Let's bring up their utopia a bit. The interior of the Esh Sleeper Fleet is completely redesigned by the Sleeper crew. There we go. Growth back. Members of the Esh Sleeper Fleet crew... members of the Esh Sleeper Fleet Sleeper crew recycle more than they consume. That's nice. It's a good thing. A new generation of Esh Sleeper Fleet officers takes over system maintenance. Question mark. Alright, we got a little bit of growth there. That's good. New life is created aboard the Esh Sleeper Fleet. Let's take a little hit to their tech. We'll gain some extra synthesis from that. An influential astrophysicist manipulates the Esh Sleeper Fleet's digital computers to advance their reputation among the Sleeper crew. And they have reached their new home. The Gehenna System. Oh, it's a desert planet. Great place for a fish. The Sleeper crew of the Esh Sleeper Fleet initially despair upon discovering the desert planet of Rigel 7, but gain new hope when scans reveal a number of promising oases. These are absolutely perfect locations to establish new colonies, with everything the Esh need to survive. However, not everyone is convinced that there are enough to go around. Let's see. Wake up the dawn and ask her why a dreamer dreams she never dies. Wipe that tear away now from your eyes, slowly walking down the hall faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Champagne Supernova by Oasis. That's actually one I don't think I know. I know Oasis. I don't think I know that song. Alright. Fleet split, full deployment. Ooh. Fleet split. This is the same thing we did with the Vulcans, right? So some of them can stay, and then we can send these off to another planet and see what happens, so we can have more Esh. I like this plan. I like this plan a lot. Let's do fleet split. 50, that's well worth it. We get tech, we get more population growth, which is good. We get resources, and we get a ship and a settlement out of it. Paradise in the desert. After scientists crunch the numbers, it is clear that the oases cannot support the entire population of the Esh Sleeper Fleet. Half of the Sleeper Fleet decides to continue their journey to another star. Alright. So there's Gehenna, and where are you guys headed? Oh wait, are they gonna go... They're totally going to the Vex System, right? They're going to... Yes, they're gonna go take over the Domani's home. This is poetic. They have no idea, of course, that their own home has been trashed. They could have just, gone back, right? I feel like that's what I would have done. It's like, okay, let's just go back home. We'll leave some here and we'll go back home. But nobody's going to Alpha Centauri. I thought that they would at least go over this way. No, if they're heading right back past their home. Alright. The Esh begin to make the Gehenna System their home. Oh, great. Now they're dying. Collapse of the colony. Crucial support systems of the Esh colony experience catastrophic failure. Without this infrastructure, the colonial bases of the Gehenna System will not survive. The galaxy is paved with the ruins of collapsed interstellar colonies. Close call, minimal survivors, complete extinction. Minimal survivors... It's going to be hard for us to pull back from that, but it's going to make sure that we have enough resources. Close call is 60 synthesis, though. I think let's go for minimal survivors, and let's see if we can pull them back from this. So the leaders of the colonial base take emergency measures, ordering critical personnel into the single functioning base on Gehenna 6. The majority of the Esh cryo-colonists are left to fend for themselves and soon perish. So it's kind of like Fallout. They all go into the secret base. And everybody else dies. Alright, growth is not too far down. We can recover from that. Resource scarcity is fine. Okay, we could do this. Scarcity crisis in Ross. Ore scarcity. Ore veins are becoming scarce in the Ross system. The effects of promiscuous decadence brought the Siren civilization to a breaking point. While they are dealing with the resource scarcity, will the Scholar Reaches find ways to prevent the complete exhaustion of their environment, or will they turn against each other? This is the question. So we could do war, which gains a synthesis and also takes out a little bit. Yeah, let's go for war. The Sirens pick up their gunpowder muskets and fight over the access to the remaining ore veins. Galleon fleets destroy entire capitals in the so-called ore wars. Growth goes down a little bit. Let's see if we can gain our resources back a bit. Colonial landscapers establish a protected land region of Virgo. Raise their utopia a bit. Okay. And then we're going to head back to the Esh here. And I'm going to take a hit to their tech. So we can gain some synthesis for the next crazy thing. Oh, Odo, new tech age. They've reached the nautical age. Good for them. They've caught up to the Vakai? Yeah, I think it was the Vakai who just got to the nautical age. The Odo developed vessels capable of exploring the farthest corners of the Earth. So do we want wisdom, advancement, or power? Advancement? No, their growth is too high. Should we go for power? Power doesn't get us anything, though. Kind of feel bad, but I kind of want to spend 20 on wisdom for them. The discovery of new lands and peoples inspires the Odo to re-examine social and scientific principles. Yeah. Let's give them a boost. They're a little bit behind. Alright. So, no, no, no. Don't like any of these options. So this is a trick too. You go out, you select a moat, and then you come back in. Alright, new moat. Tech, peace. Let's go for peace. The social engineers of the Gehenna colony inspire the Esh to live peacefully. The Esh in the Gehenna system mourn the death of a beloved leader. Oh, the Domani are getting signals. They're getting it from the humans. Signals from another star. Subspace Entertainment Channel. A unique Domani show on the largest subspace entertainment channel regularly pulls fragments from galaxy background noise and presents it to tech-savvy audience members to interpret if they are of alien origin or not. After a lot of weird theories with synthetics reenacting the imagined aliens, all are debunked as fake until the interplanetary traffic signal from the human civilization arrived at Vex. My sources on the inside got me a picture of the aliens from the message they sent. Sent them out. Ew, what is that weird stuff on their head, and why are their eyes so small, and they look so squishy? These humans are so gross. Enthusiasm? Hostility? So if we do hostility, it says, to gain viewers, the subspace streamers depict the human aliens as much more gruesome than they are. The interplanetary traffic signal makes every Domani fearful, and scholar dreadnoughts are demanded to combat the alien threat. Yes. Yes? Solar dreadnoughts. Sorry. So, like, they demand ships to be made to go against them? That would be cool. And we get synthesis from it? Excellent. Let's choose hostility. This is what you expect from hostility there, is that they're going to then go, okay, we need to fight these guys. So there potentially is war brewing here, if we can get that to happen. These folks are going to come in and just destroy the Domani from their backside. The Esh might be dead, we'll find out. Or at least the Oasis colonies that we thought were started. But we'll all have to figure out what happens next in the next episode. And if you would like to see that, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos like this video, so it shows up in the YouTube algorithms. And as always, folks, I will see you in the next game.